Hi kids, it's Pastor Patricia. This is the children's sermon for this Sunday, April 26th. And I brought Sassy again. Sassy, come be in the picture and say hello. Sassy's having a hard day, aren't you? Yes, I love you too, Sassy. So, Sassy, I'm going to tell the kids a story now. Do you want to listen? Today's children's sermon is all about promises. Do you know about promises? You know, a promise is like a guarantee. If you say something like, I promise I'll clean my room later, well, you really better do it because you've promised, which is something that means a lot. Your parents make promises to you too, and the adults in your life, they'll promise things like, I promise we'll have cake on your birthday, or I promise you'll have a puppy when you're older. But right now, because of the epidemic, they're having a hard time making promises. They can't say things like, I promise I'll take you to the park, when they don't know when the park will be opened. It's really hard on parents, and I hope you will cut them a little slack because they're doing their best. God has been making promises to you and to me for a very long time. When God created the earth, it was a promise, and He took care of men and women all that time. Come on, Sassy, come say hello. I want to tell a story today. Hi. I want to tell a story today about two men on the road to Emmaus, and that's also about promises. So here we go. I've got my Spark Story Bible. 3 days after Jesus died, Cleopas and his friend were slowly walking down the road to Emmaus. They were walking slowly because they felt really sad. Why did Jesus have to die? They wondered. After a while, a stranger began to walk along with them. The stranger was really Jesus, but Cleopas and his friend didn't know it. What are you talking about? The stranger asked. The men looked at each other. Are you the only person in town who doesn't know what just happened? They told the stranger what had happened to Jesus. Jesus was a great teacher, Cleopas said. We had hoped he was the one promised by God who would save the world, but instead he died on a cross. We took Jesus' body down and put it in a tomb. This morning our friends went to the tomb, but Jesus' body was gone. They said there was an angel there instead. The angel told our friends, Jesus is alive, but... Oh, stop being silly, the stranger said. How many times do you need to hear things? It was God's plan for Jesus to die and become alive again to save the world. Do you see the picture down here of the two men? And I think that might be the stranger. By now, they were almost to Emmaus. Cleopas invited the stranger to stay for dinner. During dinner, the stranger picked up a loaf of bread, broke it, blessed it, and gave each man a piece. All of a sudden, Cleopas and his friend recognized the stranger. It was Jesus. But then Jesus disappeared. Cleopas and his friend jumped up, ran from the room, and went to tell the rest of Jesus' disciples that Jesus really was alive. God keeps another promise. God keeps promises. God promised that Jesus would defeat death, and he did. God promises to care for you and for me and has given you people who love you to do just that. And your parents and all the adults you know, they promise to do their best, and God helps them to do that. Our church helps too. God will get us through these hard days, kids, and I know that it's true because God's promise is real. God loves you, always, no exceptions. God loves you and always will. Goodbye. See you next time. Say goodbye, Sassy. Say goodbye, Sassy. Bye. See you guys next time.